Hello, welcome to the Q, July 1943, and there are talks of peace in 44. The Allies and the Comintern are negotiating for an end of hostilities. So, most likely this is the Germany's last turn. Their purchases here for 30. And here is for 40, and this 2 dice is, we're going to do our Argentina roll, which is a 1 or 2, and it costs $2. And this remainder here is 34. There is a Lend-Lease jet fighter to Italy, a railroad in a mountainous territory, and then we're going to upgrade one of our armors to an elite armor. And the reason why we have 34 instead of 33 on that last bend is on the previous turn, I was unaware that you could do only 2 subs at a time at a discount. So the 3rd sub I bought would have been at full price. And I probably knew that early on in the war, but I haven't bought 3 subs for a long time, so probably forgot that. That would be $1, and then the second dollar is I miscounted my infantry when I redid my buy before the turn, so I was $2 shy, so I pulled off 1 infantry off the board and given me that extra $1. And for grins, we'll go ahead and roll our tech there, and we'll see what happens. These are the 7s. Well, we got 2, that ain't bad. Radar and improved construction. Then we have an 8 and a 9, so they missed. All right, so here's how we'll end the war. Radar almost completed, improved construction to the 2nd spot. And hopefully that was in the viewfinder. I didn't even look. That seems rather silly. All right, so combat moves. Done with those dice. We've got this sub moving up here to convoy. That's last turn. Convoy up in C zone 79, so it went from 108 to 79. And we're going to move this sub down 2 from 110 to 115, so we can do both convoy lines. Now we're going to go the full 3 because we're going to use them. Well, we would have been using them over on the Pacific side. So we have 1 sub here, sailing out, 1, 2, 3, to from C zone 83 to C zone 122. The other convoy here, we're going to skip past these ships from 123. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll convoy in 135, and I think they have to have long-range aircraft, and they don't, so he is safe there. And we can maybe go after that transport if there was time. So those would be your convoys. We'll stay here in 83 and convoy. Britain only has $5, so in reality, maybe I should just do the 2 convoys and send this ship over here to C zone 122 as well. So we'll have 2 subs in there with the object of trying to cut off some of these Anzac ships coming up the pike. And we will scratch that convoy zone. So we just have the 2 convoys in 116 and 79 on Britain, so I'll roll those, and then I'll roll for Anzac on the other side. So get rid of these markers. All right, so in 79, we just have a +2, and this would be Britain, so they were at 4, so that'd be 7, so that's $3 from the, the West Africa line. Down here on the East African line, we can take up to 4, but I believe Britain only has $1 or $2 left. And we get a 5 to a 4, so that will be a 1. So we took a total of $4 off of Britain from their 5. All right, so Anzac, I'm gonna move this, well, no, I won't. We got 3 subs on the line for $2 total. So we'll start up here with sub number 1, and that's all we needed. So Anzac goes down 2. I think that was the British from last turn, from the Japan. Now, anyway. All right, so there's your convoying. Not much excitement there, but we'll do it just to end. And we'll go on the other side of the board and look at all the combats. Now, I had set up all these Russian combats before U.S. went and talks and negotiations of peace began. So I'll continue all those as planned, and we'll mix it up a little over here and make a last-ditch effort on the British Navy. Take care of them, hopefully. All right, so let me set this down and we'll look at some combats.
Holy cow, you just baseball batted all of my...
All right, well, we can't see that side, so I'll grab it again. We'll flip it around this way. All right, so widen. All right, we've got, and we'll start at the bottom and work our way up here in Transcaucasia. So let's get out a marker. We'll use the spade. We'll put our defenders on there. So for Russia is 3 cavalry. I think, yeah, it's 5 militia and 1 infantry and 1 jet fighter. All right, so coming in, and that's the railroads destroyed. 2 cavalry from Kars, 2 cavalry from Anatolia, 2 mountain men from Kar. We have a strategic bomber, 1, 2, 3. It'll have a movement of 5 left, but it grabs this elite paratrooper on the way. And then from Romania, 1, 2, 3, and they'll have a movement of 3 left with the 2 paratroopers that are in Romania. That is our land forces. Up here from Moscow, no, Oral-Kursk, we have 1, 2 fighters, 1 jet fighter, 1 tactical, and they come down and they will all have a movement of 2 left. All right, so there is your first battle, Transcaucasia. We'll set that over here. Oh, knocked off a guy. All right, so the second battle, put out the heart here, is in North Caucasia, defended by 3 militia and 1 cavalry. And coming in will be 2 infantry and artillery from Donetsk, Kuban. Also coming in will be 1 elite tank, 1, no, I'm not going to do the artillery, 2 light tanks, and 1, no, trying to think, the others are going north, so yeah, 1 mechanized.
But they couldn't get away in time.
So that is your battle for North Caucasia. I'll set that over there. All right, so the next battle here, we've got an infantry from Donetsk, Kuban, going into Klamiskia. And that's a walk-on. It is undefended. The next battle here, we'll give that a diamond, will be Stalingrad. And defending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry. All right, so from Donuts Kuban, this tank and self-propelled artillery will go 1, 2. And coming up from the north, we've got a Blitz Attack, so we'll roll that first. But we'll have this Panzer Grenadier unit, or Grenadier, and then after that it will blitz into western Kazakhstan, and that will encircle Stalingrad, which is important. So we have, excuse me, 2 medium armor and 1 elite armor, so that can bring with it 2 mechanized to blitz. So 3 tanks and then 3 mechanized will be blitzing out of that battle. I didn't bring over another mechanized because I don't have mechanized going into that battle. Let me grab one real quick.
That was my second push. I just got I literally...
All right, there we go. All right, so let's take that chip off. So 2 mechs, advanced mechs, I should say. They are driving through this to German territory, Don Machine, and they will go in there. So we also have 1 fighter coming from Oral Kursk, 1, 2. We'll have a movement of 3 left. And then we will have 5 of these 6 units that will also blitz into Stalingrad once they take out this Guards infantry. All right, so let's put that over there. Stalingrad, that might be an iffy battle there. All right, so I'll roll that first and then move those to the card. What other attacks do we have here? Up in the north, we have 1 infantry from Latvia and 1 advanced mech, which I don't have chipped out. So I'll have to chip that out, but they're going to go in here into Estonia for a walk-on. And that is no points, so we won't need to do anything there. I'll just turn that over. And I might bring in a second after I'm done here. We've got a tank from Oral Kursk. I guess that's the last big battle, so we'll put that as the club. Defended by 2 advanced artillery, 1 militia. So we have a tank from Oral Kursk going into Smolensk, and a advanced self-artillery going into Smolensk. We have, just driving into Smolensk, a motorized and an advanced artillery for Germany. And we have 2 tanks that will blitz into northern Russia with 2 mechanized.
Yeah, but which fortress? The one that my units are at.
They will blitz and then head in there.
Oh, you can't do that.
So we're going to take 1 mech from Lubinsky and go up here to Estonia. So I'll have 2 advanced mech and an infantry there. This other advanced mech will go into this battle here as well. And then this 1 infantry from Lubesk will march in there as well. All right, so is that it on the Russian front? Almost. We're going to give anti-aircraft another chance to shoot me down. So we're going to bomb the factory here in Leningrad. All right, grabbing my attack markers. I'm looking. Let's move this over, and they'll have some blitzers in there as well.
My final assault, Parker. 2,000 men.
All right, so that is the attacks on the Eastern Front. I called that one off. It's just a militia there, so that will be fine there, I think. All right, so I'm looking, and I think that's it there. Let's pull up here. And we've got 2 attacks on the Navy here. We're gonna bring 2 subs from Sea Zone, which I can't find it. There it is. We'll move that because they're on the island. Sea Zone 45. So 2 subs are coming off there into Sea Zone 32. Since they're in the same sea zone, they don't block, so we can leave that sea zone. So from the English Channel, 1, 2, 3 is a 3rd sub, and coming down from the British Midlands is 3 jet fighters with a movement of 3 left. All right, so our second naval battle. We'll have 2 subs from the English Channel come over to Sea Zone 23. We have an advanced sub at a naval base. 1, 2, 3, 4. A second advanced sub up from Scotland. 1, 2, 3. And our final advanced sub from 45. 1, 2, 3. And we have a plane marker there. So we have, from Western Germany, 2 jet fighters and 1 fighter, going 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll have a movement of 2 left over. The next naval battle, we're gonna grab this Marine, and this task force, which consists of 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 2 coastal defense ships, a light cruiser, a destroyer, and a battleship. They will head into Sea Zone, or it's the English Channel. Where's the Sea Zone number there? 25. All right, so they're heading into there. And then I got a 2 marker there for this medium bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 2 movements left. All right, so that is the naval engagements. We have, now that we've moved on, we will declare war on Denmark. And coming up from Western Germany is a elite armor, an infantry, and coming up from Bavaria is an elite armor. All right, so that should be enough to get Denmark, right?
I was ahead the whole game.
All right, so let me look and see if that is all the attacks. Everything else is non-com. All right, we are good. Let's start off over here with our blitzing attacks, and then I'll move those units to the card. And we'll zoom in on that. Oh, you know what? I need to make it wider so I can get the dice tray in there. Went the wrong way. All right, so the first blitz attack here in, what is that? Saratov. All right, so grabbing some dice. I've got a 7. We're going to start at the top with that elite armor. 11. 2 6s for the medium armors. 5 and a 5. So that is it. The guards, infantry defends at a 5. And that is a 6. So they are eliminated. And from there, this guy blitzes into Western Kazakhstan, which is worth nothing. But, and that's worth nothing, it encircles Stalingrad so that these forces in Stalingrad defend now at a 3 instead of a 5. So that's important. So I'm going to move these 3 tanks and 2 advanced mechs to that card. All right, so the other Blitz Attack is here. If you can see it up here in northern Belarusia, I think. And we've got 2 armor, so we'll roll that first. 10 and a 3, so the 3 hits. So the defense on the militia is a 2. I'll be dang. So we will lose that infantry. So a good thing we brought in that infantry. And then these 2 tanks will blitz into Smolensk, as I don't believe I need a ton in Smolensk. It is now surrounded, so those units will all defend at -1 as well. All right, so let me move this over here and we'll do our battle board battles. Oh, I got that attack on the factory. So that'll be the dice for the anti-aircraft, which will roll a 10, hopefully. Oh, thank you. So 10 damage on the Russian factory. And I'm going to land that bomber in Moscow, because we're going to need to keep it on the front lines there for more factory destruction. All right, so let's do some battling here, if I can get the shadows off. Yeah, I don't have my light over here. We're just going to have to live with the shadows, or I can move the dice tray over here. All right, so let's get this one out of the way first, since that way I can slide the dice tray. There we go. Now we're not in the shadows. All right, here's the casualties so far. 2 German and 1 Russian. All right, so this is Smolensk. The advanced artillery are 4. They will go down to a 3. Militia's a 2. Will go down to a 1. Germany has an advanced artillery, a motorized, and I think that only boosts infantry. I don't think it boosts the motorized, but either way. We'll have an advanced mech at a 4, 3 tanks at a 6. All right, so let's roll some dice. So first up is the Germans have 1 advanced artillery and the Russians have 2. Whoa, I hope that's not how it comes out. All right, so Germany is black and nobody got anything, so no first strikes. So motorized at 2. There's a hit. How about that? Advanced mech at a 4. Oh, wow. And 3 tanks, medium armor at 6. So 3 hits, which is what they have. The artillery is already fired, so their defense of a 1 is a miss. All right, so sweep those over. And we'll put these units back in Smolensk, which is 3 armor and a motorized, an advanced mech, and an advanced artillery. If I had some more chips, I would chip those out, but I don't, so we'll stack them in there. All right, so next battle, which we'll just go down the line here, is Stalingrad. So there's 7 infantry that normally would be at a 4, but -1, so they'll be at a 3. 2 advanced mech, make it 4 advanced mech at 4s. You got a fighter at a 6, lead armor at a 7, 3 more armors at, or medium armors at 3, and 1 self-propelled artillery at a 3. So we'll fire that first strike of that self-propelled artillery. Nothing. All right, 4 mechs. All right, there's 2 hits. And we've got, it doesn't matter about the plane because there's no planes there for Russia. 4 at 6. And there is 3. And 1 at 7. It's a miss. All right, so we get 5 hits. So let's take 5 chips off. And they will defend with, I was grabbing the 6-sided dice. That would probably actually be in their favor. So they got 7. 7 at 3. And there is 2 hits right there. All right, so we're going to lose the artillery and 1 of the advanced mechs. All right, onwards. So I got 3 advanced mechs at 4. Nothing. I got 4 6s for the tanks and fighter. There's 1. And then the elite armor at a 7. Wow, that elite armor's done nothing. So Russia has 1 unit left. 2 are rolling right now. A 6 and a 4, or 12, so they get nothing. So on to round 3. All right, so the advanced mech, nothing. 4 6s for the tanks and the fighter. 1 hit. And let's see if that elite armor can get a hit finally. Yeah, yay. So Russia defends with 1 infantry. All right, so I'll move this over to Stalingrad. So surviving is 3 armor. And elite armor. And 3 mechanized, or advanced mechanized. All right, so next battle down is Northern Caucasus. All right, so we are in a mountain, so we're gonna, nothing happens to the defenders. 3 militia and a cavalry at 2. The infantry, 1 will go to 1. 1 will stay at 2 because it's boosted by the artillery. It drops to 2. Elite armor drops to a 6. 2 light armor drop to a 3, and an advanced mech drops to a 3. So this battle may take a while. There is 1 artillery at 2. All right, so let's do the infantry at 1. Infantry at 2. The 3 3s for the light tank and mechanized. And then we've got a fighter and an advanced armor at 6. 1 hit. We'll just say they're going to lose a militia. They have 4 at 2. And 2 3s. That would have been nice. So let's start over with a 1 for the German infantry. 2 2s for the artillery and infantry. 3 3s for the light tanks and mech. There's a hit. I got a medium elite armor at 6 and a fighter at 6. So 2 hits. So we'll take the last 2 militia. So that is 3 at 2 in return. There's a 2, so we'll lose that infantry. All right, so starting again, round 3, I think. The artillery infantry at 2. The 3 3s for the light tank. There it is, right there. Elite tank, get your hit. Yeah, there we go. Even though there was just 1. All right, so the cavalry fires back and gets another hit, so we'll lose another infantry. All right, so I will put these units in the Caucasus, which is an artillery, 2 light tanks, an advanced mechanized, and then what's that other unit that's there? That fighter. You know what? The fighter was left on there from that last battle from Stalingrad. I'm trying to think if that fighter got any hits. I don't think it did. But just in case, we'll roll 2 dice for the defenders for 2 additional defense rolls. So 1 more hit. So I will lose that artillery piece. Just in case. All right. So I think, oh no, this isn't the last battle. I got Denmark. The last Russian battle. And this is the big one in Transcaucasia. It is mountains as well. Russia has 1 infantry at 4, 5 militia at 2, 3 cavalry at 2, and a jet fighter at 8. German paratroopers are at 3, but I'm going to put that there because they'll go down on the next turn. The advanced or elite paratrooper is a 3, but mountains, it goes to a 2. The mountain infantry stay at a 2. And the cavalry are all 3, they will go to a 2. The elite cavalry is a 4, will go to a 3. We have a tactical at a 7, a jet fighter at an 8, 2 regular fighters at 6. All right. There are no first strikes, so let's get rolling. All right, so for Germany, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 2. And I'm not going to spell those out again. Holy crap. 3 hits. I thought this battle was going to go 4 or 5 rounds. 2 paratroopers and elite cavalry at 3. There's another hit. 2 fighters. So any hit off these fighters would be air superiority. And there's the air superiority hit. Tactical. I can target select that infantry if it's successful. It's a 4, so that's not successful on the target select. And then a jet fighter at 8. So 7. There's the hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one of them has to be the jet fighter. So that leaves 6 more. So we'll lose 5 militia and a cavalry. All right, so let's defensively roll. So we've got 5, 8 at 2. And there's 1. We got a 4 and an 8. So the 8's a hit, so we're going to lose a fighter. And the jet fighter is gone along with these guys. So defense is down to 2 cavalry and 1 infantry. So these guys go to 2. So that's 2. Trying to think if I took the defensive dice. I think they had 2 hits. One was a plane and one would be a paratrooper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. All at 2. This time nothing. We have a 3. We have a 6. We have a 7. That's a target select, so we'll take that infantry. And the jet fighter is a 3. So 2 hits. It leaves 1 cavalry. So the 2 cavalry defend at 2. There's a hit. We'll take off that other paratrooper. And then the infantry defends at a 4. That's a miss. All right. So we'll start at the top with the jet fighter. And that's it for the cavalry. He'll defend at a 2. All right, so in Trans Caucasia will be 3 regular cavalry, 1 elite paratrooper, 2 elite mountain infantry. Which, now that I think about it, they should have been attacking at a 3. So I blew that one. All right, get these planes off here this time, so I don't roll for them again. All right, so in Denmark, there is 2 militia at 2. And attacking is 1 infantry at 2. 2 elite armor at 7. All right, so grab some dice here. We got a 2, which is a hit. 2 elite armor. Misses. How about that? All right, so 2 militia defending at 2. Holy, uh-oh. Tell me this isn't happening. It's now 1 elite armor versus 1 militia. Got him. All right, militia. Oh, thank you. Even though that was painful. All right, so Denmark falls with only 1 elite armor, so that was costly. I did not expect to be punished like that. All right, so now let's just do the naval battles. I guess we'll start here with this one and work our way down. So I'll move those to the battle board. Defense is 2 for the coastal, and then 2 6s for the coastal defense ships. That's a torpedo boat destroyer at 2. All right, so for Germany, coming in at a battleship, a destroyer at 4, a light cruiser at 5, 2 coastal defense ships at 6, 2 torpedo boat destroyers at 2, and a medium bomber at a 7. No first strikes. I should have brought a sub. Well, no, I needed the subs elsewhere. All right, so we got 2 at 2 for the coastal, or the torpedo boat. Oh, wow. And 4 for the destroyer. Oh, my gosh. 5 for the light cruiser. 2 coastal defense ships at 6. There's 2 hits. And that's 4. We only needed 3. All right. So defense is a 2 for the torpedo boat destroyer. And 2 6s for the coastal defense. That's 1, so we'll get rid of that chip. And those guys are gone. And I will put these guys back in the English Channel, which are 2 coastal defense ships, light cruiser, a torpedo boat destroyer, a destroyer, and a battleship. And then this has a movement of 2 left. All right, so the next battle is out here in the open ocean, and I'll put those out on the board. 2 heavy cruisers at 6, 1 battleship at an 8, a light cruiser at a 5, destroyer at a 2. Nope, 4. All right, so attacking is advanced submarines, and they have a target select at a 1. You'd think being advanced, they might be a little heavier duty, huh? All right, 3 of those, 2 of those, half a dozen of those. All right, so 2 jet fighters and a regular fighter. All right, so there's no air superiority here, as there are no British fighters. All right, so no first strikes because they have a destroyer. So the first 2 subs at 3 The next 3 subs at 4 for the advanced. Oh, wow, there's 3 hits. They are advanced subs. Fighter at 6 is a hit. And 2 jet fighters at 8. We'll roll that one again. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So doesn't matter about the order of casualties because they're all gone. All right, so defense. Destroyer at a 4. Light cruiser at a 5. 2 heavy cruisers at 6. There's a hit. Battleship at an 8. Missed the whole board. Oh, not good. Not good at all. So those guys go off, and we're going to lose a regular sub. All right, so these go back into C-Zone 23. I really thought that one was going to go 2 rounds and heavier casualties. All right, so the next one is down here in C-Zone 32. All right, so it's the light carrier group for Britain. So they have, oh, it's Canada. They have a light carrier, which is a 1, okay. A fighter at 6. 2 destroyers at 4. Attacking is 3 submarines at 3. 3 jet fighters at 8. All right, so let's roll the 3 subs at 3. 1 hit. And 3 jet fighters at 8. 1, 2. So that's 3 hits. So one of them has to be the jet fighter, or not the jet fighter, but the regular fighter. So obviously you would go 1, 2 and leave the destroyer for the next round. All right, so defense, light carrier at 1. Oh man, that was close. 2 destroyers at 4. There's a hit. And then the fighter can get a jet fighter. Nope. All right, so 3 subs at 3. No, they got a hit, so I lose a sub. 2 subs at 3. That's a hit. 3 jet fighters just for grins. Oh, dang, good thing I didn't need a bunch more hits. British defense is at a 4. And that's a hit, so another sub bites the dust. All right, so 1 sub goes into C-Zone 32. Get rid of that Canadian marker. All right, so don't need the dice anymore for Germany. Well, I do. I'll need it for that roll for Argentina at the end. All right, so flipping this around, we're going to do the sub screening force maneuver, which I learned this game. If the sub comes up and engages, then whatever units attack, whatever units go through can only go 1 space. So that takes Spain off the board for any attacks, and really there's nowhere else to attack. So we'll take them out for that last turn. They'll both be destroyed because with all these jet fighters around here, I think it's a wipe of those subs, but I'll still have this subgroup here in the north. So let's return our planes. We've got 3 jet fighters from 32 going back to the British Midlands. And I have 2 jet fighters and a fighter from 23 going 1, 2 into the British Midlands. So that's quite a little group there, air group. All right, so we've got this sub here coming from C-Zone 11 to C-Zone 3. This ship now becomes British. Put my markers over here. I'm not sure what that ship actually is, but because I put a yellow transport there, but I know it's not a transport. It's probably a destroyer or torpedo boat destroyer, but either way. All right, so what other movements we got here? We've got a medium bomber that's going to land in Paris. All right, so down south here, we've got, well, they can't get through now, can they? So we'll move that artillery and infantry up from Austro-Navarre to Leon Castile. We're going to move this infantry from Maurice Valencia into Gibraltar. We've got a railroad movement of an infantry and artillery from Paris down to Andalusia. Our other rail is going to be this anti-aircraft from Romania and elite infantry from Western Ukraine, and they will also join those forces in Austria or Andalusia. It's really hard to read those upside down. Matter of fact, some of these it's hard to read right side up. All right, where's my other trains? There they are. All right, so that's my 4 rail movements. All right, so setting up for next turn, eliminating Greece. If there was a next turn, we'll do it anyway. These cavalry are going 1, 2. The planes, they drop the paratrooper. The air transports will come back to Romania with the 2 paratroopers. They'll also go to Greece. We've got this transport here, which will go 1, 2. Get out of the way of this sub, but I think it can only move 1 anyway. This Marine moves down to Mezzogorona. All right, so what else do we have over here? On this side, we've got some planes to land. We've got this strategic bomber with a movement of 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 into Moscow. We have a fighter in Stalingrad with 3 left. It'll go into Moscow. And all that stays, all that stays. I've got these planes here with a movement of 2. So they are going 1, 2 into Anatolia for use in Greece if next turn was available. All right, I've got some infantry here to move from Kursk. That is 8 infantry going into Moscow. I've got 2 advanced mechanized from Ukraine. You know what? I didn't do this battle here that I had marked. So I'm not done rolling dice. All right. So the attack was these 3 infantry and that medium armor. Yeah, because then they're going to go into Sevastopol next turn. All right. So let me get the dice tray. I'm going to roll that real quick. All right, so the attack, I got an artillery at a 3. Oh, that would have ended it right there. I got 2 infantry at 2, 1 infantry at 3, and 1 medium tank at a 6. All right, so I got a guards unit at a 5. Ooh, all right, we'll call that a hit. All right, round 2. I've got an infantry at a 2, and there's the hit. All right, so we'll roll that guards at a 5, and he gets 2 hits. Wow. Making it rough, having a rough go at Sevastopol, or was that Crimea? Yeah, the city Sevastopol. All right, so in that battle, the survivors is an artillery, infantry, medium armor. Now we'll finish our non-coms. These 2 advanced mech are going up to Moscow from eastern Ukraine. The infantry that is in Kiev will move 1 into eastern Ukraine. And I think all these others are done here. I've landed my planes. So we'll get those markers off. All right, so that is it for non-com. So let me put this around here where we can see the factories and place my units. But before we do, let's see if Argentina is successful. All right, here it is. The Argentina dice is successful. So Argentina goes to Germany, which I'm not going to set those pieces out because that is actually 3. So I guess we can move those up. 3 for Germany, 87 for Argentina. I'm not really sure what's there, but all right, so now we're done rolling. We've got some placements to do. We've got in Spain, infantry and cavalry. Let's see what else is on this side of the board. In London, we just have a militia. Actually, we have 2 subs as well. I don't have, oh yeah, I did. I lost a sub. I lost a couple subs actually. So we're going to put these subs here because we can go off of that shipyard. And we got plenty of planes for a scramble. But I don't know that anyone's coming up there. All right, so next down here, I've got 2 jet fighters that are coming up here to Western Germany. I've got a militia. I didn't have any paratroopers anyway, so you can't get there. We'll put that militia in Gibraltar. While we're down here at Gibraltar, I got that Lend-Lease jet fighter going to Italy. I've got a tank that I'll be putting up here in Western Germany, and that's the one I am upgrading for 1 to the elite armor. I have a 3rd jet fighter, which also is going into Western Germany. And the last of the units here is a tank and a fighter for Moscow, 2 paratroopers. Oh yeah, we're repairing a railroad and we're building a railroad. So the railroad we're building is right here to this border between Kars and Iraq. The 2 paratroopers go into Romania, no surprise there. The armor and fighter go into Moscow, and that's the railroad we were repairing so we can rail to Moscow, but don't need that, I guess. That is the end of Germany's turn. No, it isn't. We've got to take some money away. So we'll come over here. I don't know what's visible, but we will count them. Get these out of the way. So we've got 5, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, and that's nothing. So 14 come away from Russia. So that will move their up to 97 and 101. and 1 for Denmark. So that will be 102. All right, I believe that is it. It has been a fun game. I've enjoyed playing with and against everyone here. So look for Panzer King's final turn coming up soon.